And you just
too.
Did you just do a podcast on this?
Not a podcast. I was actually just doing some training on it, but I did just do a presentation to our sales team on DSCR.
Okay.
And how you can use that to really just establish a market that, by the way, I don't know if you knew this, Scott, but there's been a 12% increase in investor purchasing over the last couple of years. And in fact, it's actually transitioned in most markets to 30 to 34% of the market shares. Think about it like this, right? What you're talking about is that a third of your clients right now are potentially investors. And so utilization of this program helps you tap into a market that a lot of people have been avoiding. And it's such a simple program and a great way for people to amplify their investments using the bank's money, right? I mean, this is a strategy that the wealthy investors are using right now to create amazing success.
Yeah. Well, man, I did not know about the 12%. So that's 12% just from last year?
Yeah, last year. So I actually have a graph on this. So 2022, it was 25%. Okay, so it's not quite 12 over the last year, but 2022 was 25% of the market. 2024 was 27% of the market. 25, it was 29%. And then it peaked in the third quarter of 25 to 34% of the market.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do here, Devin, is I wanted to help. I mean, my number one goal, your number one goal, everybody's number one goal is to help everyone win in this market, no matter what's happening, no matter the rates, no matter. So as you proved that there's investors out there, but more importantly, there's investors in our phones. There's investors that are self-employed that don't know they can be investors. And that's why we're covering the self-employed buyers today, the opportunity using the non-QM loans.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Scott. I don't think it's just self-employed. It can actually be any client, right? Because effectively, you can leverage your equity in your own purchase to then turn around and buy homes using the DSCR strategy.
Correct.
So that's something that a lot of people aren't thinking about. But if you've got a tremendous amount of equity in your home, right, which we know right now, the average homeowner in America today has about $300,000 in equity, which is insane to think about. But that's what they have, right? And a lot of them aren't tapping into that resource because, a lot of them are secured at a fairly low interest rate. But what they're not looking at is the long-term investment strategy of using that money to build more wealth and more properties. What we know, Scott, and you know this really well, is the average homeowner has 5% appreciation per year in any market. Some markets,
no matter what the market.
Some are worse. But most of them, the average across the table is about 5%. So think about leveraging the equity that you have in one property to buy two more properties.
Think about that.
Now you own three, and you're getting 5% in three different properties, right? And that's where investors are building these wealth centers that are creating long-term wealth through financial and real estate. And that's something that the investors know that sometimes the average consumer just doesn't think about.
Yeah. And Devin, I know you've seen this, but I wanted to share, and I'm going to stop sharing just for a second. So I wanted to give you guys have talked about Agent AI Fuel, and I wanted to just share with you how to pull your contacts out of your phone and how to leverage the people that already know you, like you, and trust you to get more of these opportunities on a regular basis that you're going to miss out on because AI is coming in. So I created Agent AI Fuel. I'm going to show you how to have access to it. Let me just, that's probably too much. Let me see here. Let's see here. That's right. Is that too much? Okay. This to show, all right. So now you can just see the Agent AI Fuel. So I'm going to show you guys real quick how to get into Agent AI Fuel. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to agents. And so I want to give you access to it because right here at the very start, when you have your daily success plan, it shows you this is the must-have app that we found back in COVID because we were just like, we had nothing to do except for playing computers. So, but this is the most powerful app. Within seconds for $4, one-time fee. I have no affiliation to this. You hit the Android or you hit the iPhone button, and it gives you all the contacts from your phone. I have yet, Devin, I don't know about you, but I have yet to have anybody that has less than 380 people in their phone.
Oh yeah, no question. In fact, sometimes it's thousands.
Most of the time it's thousands. I had one guy. He's like 380. I'm like, hey, where you been, man? I just got in. All right, give me a break. All right.
But that's
But-
okay, because that's the point, right? We don't want
Yeah.
to measure on what the high number is. It's always, well, what's the average and what's the low number? right?
Correct.
And what you're talking about is 380 or 380 opportunities
Yeah,
that maybe you're not thinking about.
correct. That's it, man. That's it.
And we're seeing your StreamYard screen now. Just so
Okay. All right. Cool.
Not
No,
that it
no,
matters.
no. I'm trying to get it to where StreamYard sees everything. So that's the challenge. So I'm gonna go
you'll
back.
have to teach me that, because I've had
Yeah.
the same struggle.
I'm telling you, man, it's tough. So all right, I'm
when
gonna
you're
go
going
back.
StreamYard to Zoom, when you're just in StreamYard, obviously it works great.
So let me do this, Devin. Let me just show everybody how to get access to Agent AI Fuel, because you're going to need it. You can go download. There's so many. I'm not going to go over Agent AI Fuel today, but let me just share with you how to get into Agent AI Fuel and get access to it right away. So agentaifuel.com. This is going to give you, go to the Agent Success Plan under the daily activities. So you're going to go there. You're going to hit Start Your Momentum. Okay. And we are recording this. So if you need the recording, just let me know, shoot me an email, whatever. You're going to see the sign up you're not going to have an account. So don't try to log in, hit the don't have an account, sign up. And then you're going to hit the join the movement, fill in your information. And then when you get here, you're going to put in there's a little thing at the top that says AI Fuel. Okay. So your code to get access to redeem and put you into the pro agent is AI Fuel. Okay. No spaces, just lowercase. It'll automatically, and then all you have to do is refresh your screen and you're done. And you're in, and you're going to have access to all those tools in there. It'll blow your mind what I've put in there that will help you with AI, overcoming objections, content, like you name it. I'm not going to go over it today, but I wanted to say, if you don't know where your contacts are, I wanted to start there to
quick
give
question,
you access.
Scott, because I saw a price on there. So is that something you're providing?
Florida,
to our audience,
yes,
with just a code to get in and use it, or is it the 1997?
The code is for free. It's going to be unlimited for free. So as I build that out, as I tweak it, I want to give back to the real estate community to help agents, and then I'm building some stuff to help agents help their LOs help their agents. And so as we build this out, we need to get ahead of the game when it comes to AI.
Yeah.
And one of the ways is to just learn it. And really what the Agent AI Fuel is, Devin, is it's prompting without thinking about what to prompt. So it gives you all the correct prompts, and it uses AI to give you a lot of the information.
Well, and something I want to put out there, Scott, because you didn't point it out as well as I was trying to there, right? I want to give you some shout outs on this. It's $20 a month typically,
for agents,
and $20 a month is $240 a year. So effectively, you're getting a $240 product for free. And I can tell you right now that it's worth way more than $240. In fact, if you get one transaction from this, which you will, effectively you can thank Scott for that. And that's just for joining the call today and learning from what we're here to help you guys with. So just know that that's not normally a free service.
That's right.
But today for attending, you'll get access to that.
And the cool part, Devin, is I do have sponsors for that as well. That's why I'm doing this today. Is I do have we have a CE school that we're now affiliated with that is a proud sponsor of what I'm doing with the Agent AI Fuel. We're actually working on currently a CE classes that we can give in person and virtually. That is going to play into a part of this. So yes, you're getting it for free. It's sponsored by one of our preferred education. So we're going to have a good year. We're going to help in any way we can, but I want to bring relevant content to the mix. And I want to start with this loan right here. I'd be hard-fetched to not have you walk away if you did a couple things where you tapped into your contacts, tapped into your database, and start having conversations around this. I just want to go through this and talk about the opportunities that Devin already talked about. It's happening with or without you. It's happening in your phone contacts with or without you. It's happening.
Well, I want to mention this too, right? Because there's a difference between retail buyers and investors. And this is why this strategy is going to be something you guys should really focus on. Pay attention today with what Scott's going to bring to you, because here's the big difference. Retail buyers are focused on monthly payments. They're sensitive to rate changes, and they're emotional decision makers. Okay.
Point. Yep.
But investors are focused on returning cash flow, strategic long-term thinkers, and they move when others hesitate. So what does that mean? Right now, we've got emotional buyers that are on the fence because the rate barrier, and the cost to own has been a real struggle for a lot of people, right? But investors, they don't have that same type of problem. They look at things
100%.
from a completely different scenario. So there's opportunities in your phone, in your database that are going to play into this. So, this strategy is one that can really help you move the needle now. And if you're tapping into this in 2026, it's going to give you a substantial improvement for success. Remember, 30% of the market in all markets, 30% of the market is investors right now.
Yeah.
And you can take clients who don't even know they're investors and help them become investors. And if you're going, well, the clients are scared to buy investment products because they don't know how to manage it after the fact. I'm willing to bet if you're a real estate agent, you already know the management companies you can team it up with. And if you're a loan officer, you probably know a real estate agent that knows management companies that you can team them up with to help, with managing the investments moving forward.
Amen, brother. Get this, man. People who know, like, and trust you won't ask about loan options they don't know exist.
Yeah.
Here's this. This gives me chills. This hits me a little hard. Your silence is someone else's commission.
Yeah.
So if I just send it right there and like, all right, you guys, let's get to work. Just make some calls.
Or,
right,
or even more so, Scott, or no one else's commission and no one else's equity growth.
Right.
Because if you're not talking to them about some of the programs that are available right now, they may not know that they have the potential to become an investor, which means they never will. And you're losing out on an opportunity to help them build wealth through real estate.
Some of the richest people in the world are from real estate. So
that's it.
So what are the couple loans that I wanted to focus on? There's a gamut of these, and we could, like, I was talking to a gentleman that's looking to buy a condotel. So we could literally go on and on with different programs, but so I wanted to focus on the DSCR loans. I want to give you guys a little info. I want to show you how to find this stuff inside of Agent AI Fuel to have AI help you to educate yourself on these programs so that when you are talking to clients, we sell whatever we talk about. We're in sales. Whatever we talk about. If I talked about pink poodle necklaces, guess what I would sell? I would sell pink poodle necklaces, right? Like, whatever I talk about, like, oh, I have a poodle. What kind of break? Like, so it's DSCR loans, property income qualifieds. There's no income that's used from the actual borrower, just so you know. No personal income. It's 100% based on the property. Bank statement loans. A lot of people make okay, this is a crazy story, Devin. I don't even know if I told you this. I had a lady that I took an application. She sells jewelry on Instagram. Okay. After we did the bank statement loan, we submitted it and they said, how much income can we use? It was $25,000 a month. On her tax return, she's losing money.
Yeah.
Right? Which is brilliant. That's how it should be. Profit and loss loans. 100%. So yeah. So if the bank statements are, if we have a licensed CPA, we can prepare there's P&L that replaces tax returns. So there's these different kind of programs that you could be talking about with the people in your phone, your past database. And the reason I say the people in your phone, I beat it up like a dead horse, but because those are the ones that already have had a conversation with you, they somehow got in your phone. So a lot of people, when I ask, how big is your database? They say 200. I'm like, all right, can you do me a favor? I'll give you $5 if you don't like it. Download this app and tell me how many contacts in your phone. They're like, 878, 2,423. Cut it in half, cut it in half, cut it in half again. There's so many people that are out there that are thinking about or know someone thinking about buying, selling, or investing. Okay. DSCR loans explained. So debt service coverage ratio, the property qualifies for the loan, not the borrower. So we're looking at, and these investors know this stuff. They literally come to the table and they're like, once they do one, it's just like riding a bike. They come in and go, I already did the debt service ratio. We already looked up. There's so many AI tools. In fact, there's one inside of Agent AI Fuel that will give you what the market run is. They'll give you the data, how many homes are listed, and all the different things. So no tax returns, no W-2s, no personal income, documentation required. Okay. It's that simple. I don't want to go into the massive details of credit scores and LTVs and stuff like that. Let your lender do that. And here's the thing, and this is a big one, Devin. If you are listening to this live, if you listen to the recording, if you have a loan officer that's unfamiliar with this, let us help them so we can help you and them together close more deals, because he has a database of people that don't know or maybe haven't mastered mastered his craft when it comes to these type of loans.
Well, are you ready? You ready
Yeah.
for this, Scott?
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna give the quick formula. This is a
Okay.
quick formula because you say massive. I don't want to use terms about massive because it makes it sound like this may be difficult.
Yeah, it's not.
They're not difficult transactions.
Mhm.
Here's how to pre-qualify an investor in 60 seconds.
Okay.
What is the rent?
2,400.
What is the estimated payment?
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Divide the numbers. Check the credit score. Confirm down payment and reserves.
That's it.
That's it. That is the entire qualification process.
Yeah.
And if they meet the requirements under those qualifications and the cash flows, they qualify for the loan. And it's that simple. And if you have been making it difficult, I promise you it's not when you sit down and look at those 5 things in 60 seconds, you have somebody calculate it. And to your point, Scott, you build something. I build a tool that allows for you to quick qual a client just by inputting that data, and it literally tell you right now what programs work, what ones don't work, and then we can price it from there. So very simple qualification process.
Very simple, yeah. So why investors love DSCR loans? No tax returns. They don't have to dig them up. They don't have to show, people are personal. I don't want to show my personal information. I lost money. I don't want to admit. A lot of self-employed buyers like, man, I could never do this. I don't show any money. Well, that's the best part about this program. How many self-employed borrowers are out there that don't even know this exists?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'm bringing up a weird topic, but veterans. How many veterans haven't taken advantage of the VA loan? It's just, it's sad, right? So I
want to mention that you talk about, they don't qualify or they don't show any income. That's by design.
That's by design,
smart,
100%.
right? Because effectively what that does is allows them not to pay taxes to the IRS, which allows for them to keep more of their actual income. So this loan type is designed specifically for that person who's been turned away because they've been told that they don't show enough income. And it's not the scenario where you got to tell them, well, this year when you file your taxes, have your CPA, file them this way so that you can actually show some earnings so we can get you qualified. We don't care about any of that. Right. We don't care about any of that. We don't need you to do any of those tricks to show your income. You can do it right now. And if the cash flows, meaning if the rent flows with the new mortgage payment, the ratio is above a 0.75, or even if it's not, you can even do a no ratio.
No ratio.
Right? There's even no ratio loans. It doesn't even have to flow. You can still qualify for these loans.
Yeah. So here's what blows my mind. So you talked about a buyer buying a primary resident. They buy one every 5 years. How many does an investor buy? They could buy 5 in 1 year. Literally. Right. They could. So that's where tapping into this and finding out if they have any interest, learning it together, sharing with them the information about the DSCR loans, getting them with the lender that knows the DSCR loan and programs, and having a conversation, educating. And here's the thing. If you have 100, this just kills me because you have 100 in your database. Let's just say you have 100. They know people that are looking to buy, sell, or invest in an investment property. So you're not just tapping into the 100 that you know. Once you're educating one, you're educating their 23 friends, family, coworkers on the invest. And if that person starts to buy an investment property, what are they going to be talking about? Who's going to be coming over to see their investment property? Other investors.
I want to share a story with you, Scott, because I think you'll love this. And it hits home because it's right on target. And this is actually, remember, I told you I was helping somebody qualify earlier today. So I had one of my originators reach out to me a little over a week ago, and he said, hey, I've got a client who wants to purchase a loan using the DSCR. Now, typically there's loan size limitations. You have to be financing a certain amount of money. In this particular situation, the client was trying to buy a property that was below the minimum requirement. And so he's like, well, darn, what do I do? I said, well, let me ask you a question. Does he own any other properties? Well, yeah, he owns this other one over here.
Exactly, yeah.
I said, does he have a balance on that property? Well, no, it's free and clear. I said, well, I've got a great idea for you. So why don't we cash out on his free and clear property, give him enough cash to go out and buy the property that he wanted to buy out of pocket, right? Cash taking out of his current investment. That'll now free up additional money that he can go out and do a DSCR loan on another property. Yeah. And now what he's doing is he's taking his one free and clear property, and he is now going to own 3 different properties, all of which are making return on his investment. And more importantly,
pay for themselves.
They'll pay for themselves. More importantly, for the agent, we just took one purchase transaction and turned it into 2 purchase transactions, right? Because now they're going to buy the property they already intend to buy free and clear, and they're going to take the difference and they're going to go out and buy another property. So who wins here? Everybody wins, because the loan officer has a cash out transaction and a new purchase transaction. The agent has 2 purchase transactions, and the client now owns 3 properties and is gaining appreciation on all three, and he has renters in each one of these properties that offset the payment. So in all reality, it's all profit for him.
Yeah. It's kind of I mean, when you do it right, like it's funny you bring this up, primary resident equity, existing rental equity. You know, people that bought rentals back in 19, 20, 21, they have a lot of equity and they got a lot of cash flow. So, and then we can do cash out on these. And just so you guys know, Devin and I, we're able to help loan. If you're in a state and you want to do a DSCR loan, bank statement, P&L in another state, we have an opportunity for you. It's a TPO, third party origination. Let us know if you're listening to this, whenever, just get a hold of us. We'll help you with that as well. Right?
Absolutely.
Crazy. Bank statement loans. We already talked about the story about this one where she does two. I was like, okay, where do you get your jewelry? I started asking her a bunch of questions. I'm like, am I good looking enough to do this on Instagram?
Yeah.
Do you need to look anything? She's like, no, it's just jewelry.
I'll take an extra 25K.
I mean, like, $300,000 a year doing 2 shows a month selling jewelry on Instagram, but she couldn't buy a house. Like,
she can now.
She can't. Oh, she did. Yeah, she's in her home. Beautiful place. So income is calculated off the 12 or 24. There's different 12 and 24 months bank statements. What we do is we take the deposits, and there's a percentage of the deposits that go for expenses. So we remove, I think it's 25%, somewhere in there. So depends on the 12 and 24.
It depends on the program.
Yeah, it depends on the program. Yes, there's always, and those are always changing. Right? Those are always changing. Yeah.
It's best just to look at it. If you don't know, let your lender identify which program they have, because there's so many different programs out there for these. I hate to say BS loans.
I know, right? I know, yeah.
but that's what they are, right? Bank statement loans, right? Yeah. BS loans.
Same thing with P&L. Sometimes it's a P&L issue. So like where they or a bank statement issue or income, whatever. So they specifically do it for P&Ls so that you don't have to show tax returns, or maybe they just don't want to, whatever. So there's a licensed P&L. I've heard some great stories around that. So don't give up on these guys. Just know that there's opportunities. Here's the thing. If you're an agent listening to this now or later, and you have somebody that's talking about doing this and they've been turned down, they're going to be deflated a little bit. So get us on the phone with somebody that's, familiar with the non-QM space, the DSCR loans, the bank statement loans, the P&L loans, and let's have a conversation with them and educate them on these programs that are specifically for investors, and if they're W-2, easy enough. We don't do. Devin, I ran rates yesterday on a DSCR. It was actually better than a conventional rate. Obviously, they're putting more money down, but it was better than a primary loan.
Well, because remember, Scott, what they're basing it off of is the risk. Okay, well, where's the risk if the client's putting 20 or 25% down, has a 740 or higher FICO score, and has assets and reserves, right?
Right.
And especially if you're talking about like DSCR, where the property flows, where the rental income is that or greater of the actual mortgage payment. And that's where it's just a risk-based transaction. You reverse this back to when we had similar loan property types back in like 2003, 2004. The problem with those was that they were providing these types of loan options on 90 and 100% loan to value loans for low FICO clients. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that's great about where we're at in this mortgage space today, is that the investors have identified where can we provide these same programs, but put risk assessments in them to where the client is not going to potentially end up in a foreclosure scenario. And I think they've found the perfect solution. And so this is why, if you're a loan officer and you don't know about the non-QM space, or you've just been afraid to go out there and get to know it, just pick up a guideline book or call your rep. They're going to walk you through it, right? Or call Scotty or I. We're happy to help you out with it as well. But if you're an agent, make sure that you're aligning yourself with loan officers that understand the non-QM space, because if 34% of purchasers in 2026 are going to be investors, you need to have somebody in alignment with you that understands this product that can help you also amplify your business model.
Love it. So I just want to go over this real quick, and then I want to jump into Agent AI Fuel. But so how to find these deals? They're already there. You don't need more leads. Like it's not about more leads. It's not about trying to turn a cold into a warm. You already have them in your phone. You have them in your database. Start having conversations with those people, whether self-employed, W-2, doesn't matter. Just start having conversations about these. Call them up and say, hey, do you know anybody that's thinking about buying, selling, investing on an investment property? I mean, there's business owners. I have a dear friend, and Devin and I have a dear friend out in Oregon. He built a $35 million business in loans coming in, just going to business owners, giving away gift cards on Instagram and building a social media presence within a 10-mile radius of his office. And guess where the business is coming from? The business owners. 35 million guys just doing silly videos. If you watch it, it's insane. Own multiple properties. Like you can go call it. You can find out, are they investment there's investment properties. Those are conversations to have. Mention investing when you're out to dinner, when you're at the bar, when you're with friends, family, coworkers. Tell stories about how they can tap into this. Yeah, position your listings.
Position your listings as potential investment opportunities.
Yeah. So depending on what state you're in, it could be like 6 months here, 6 months there. You got a lot of opportunity there. And they bought 2 years ago. Like if they bought 2 years ago, they have equity.
You know, another thing, Scott, and I think this is a good one. Since we're telling stories, I've got a good friend of mine over in Nebraska and newer loan officer to the industry, and was just having a hard time finding his niche and tapping into the local markets. He's got a lot of great loan officer competition.
Yeah.
But what he started finding was there's a lot of investors in Nebraska, and more importantly, they are not advertising the non-QM programs there. His fellow loan officers that already had established their place or footprint in the marketplace, that's not what they were focused on. So you know what he did, Scott, is he just went to Facebook and he joined every investor group. And then this is where he got really smart. Crazy. After he joined the investor groups, he friend requested everybody inside the investor groups. Now, here's the brilliant part. He didn't even reach out to these people individually. He was contributing inside of the space. But what he started doing was he would run a few reels where he would talk about the DSCR opportunities or the bank statement opportunities in the reels. And this is what ends up happening. The investors started reaching out to him. He's going 6 transactions in the last 2 months from investors who weren't even thinking about him until he used this strategy. So if you're a real estate agent and you're trying to find out where the investors are, Facebook's a great place for you to start. There's investor groups that already are out there. So if you just take a little bit of time to learn a little bit more about these property types, you're right here, you're already here, you're doing it right now, are these loan types. And then you take that as an opportunity to join some investment groups and then infiltrate those investment groups by friending the investors and then just talk about it socially. What you're helping investors do right now with strategies and pairing them off with the right loan officers, you're going to find some opportunities right there that you may not even be thinking about.
Devin, what's the cost to do that, by the way? To go on a Facebook group, what's that cost?
It's going to cost you about 5 minutes to just hear me ramble about it, and then it's going to cost you a couple of hours to go into the Facebook groups and start joining
and make a bunch of money. And help a lot of people get into the investment game. Just be
it 100%. Right, 34% of the market is investors. Okay, and if you're and I know there's some of you right now. that are going, they're all paying cash. I challenge that because guess what? We're doing a whole lot of non-QM loans right now, and investors understand leveraging the bank's money is always smarter than using their own.
Think about that. And the rates are so good. Guys, people earn, I don't know about you, but I earned 12% in the market last year. I don't want to pull that money out. Like when the rates are, I mean, like, holy, that's hot. Like, come on.
We're seeing rates in the low 7s on these investor loans.
I know. All right, check this out. So inside of Agent AI Fuel, do you have any questions about this? Did you see this? Devin, I even showed you this, but under lead tools.
Actually, 6s. I literally just did one a few minutes before. Cash out,
in the 6s.
By the way. Cash out.
I know.
7 and an 8. 7 and an 8. And we could have got him in the 6s. He just, we would have had to pay a little bit more money.
Yeah.
But 7 and an 8. Cash out. Transaction. Buying 2 properties. I just got to put that out there,
So get this. So if you go under lead tools, you go under loan basics. I want to put this in here. This is all AI driven. So you're like, all right, DSCR loans, man, for investors. What are they? So you literally click the button. This is prompting AI. This is 100% AI. Okay. And then down below, it's going to literally go AI answer. All right, team. Let's talk about a fantastic tool for real estate investors, clients, DSCR loans. And it literally walks you through how it works in plain English, the property expected rental income, the property operating expenses, who DSCR loans are best for, self-employed investors, no personal, it literally walks you through the whole thing. And if you want to ask it something else, you just go to this little bubble over here and say, what if this or what if that? It's all AI driven. So there's so many things here, buyer consultation sphere, but I just wanted to show you that there's the loan basics. So if you have a question on bank statement loans, you can hit the button and it's going to give you information about that stuff as well.
Well, now think about that. You know, you can easily. So let's go back to the strategy I just talked about.
Okay,
right?
I know.
Which is
it's so funny.
you go to Facebook.
Yeah.
You go to the Facebook. I don't
Yeah.
know the Facebook.
The
I go to
Facebook.
the Facebook. You go to Facebook.
They almost called it that.
You
by
frame
the way.
request, right?
Yeah.
Or you jump in the investor groups. You frame request, and then you do a reel about investing.
There you go.
Go to Scott's free tool that he's providing you right here. Learn a little bit about the AI, and then you can take that, or Scott, you may add the scripting in there too.
It'll actually it gives you
have it turned into a 30-second script. But if they don't, grab that information about the DSCR, drop it into your chat, and just say, "Hey, give me a 30-second script for a reel to put on Facebook." And I promise you, by the time that I get done with this meeting, Scott will already have it built into the agent portal. But if he doesn't, then just go to chat, drop it in there and say, give me a 30-second reel. And then you can go in and do a 30-second reel on DSCR and how investors are winning the market today using that strategy.
Yeah. Too easy. So do me a favor, do Devin and I a huge favor. Pull out your phones, download your list, just start having, I'm not saying call and ask for a deal. I'm just saying call and say hello. And the secret sauce for me is I don't go after the person I'm actually talking to. Do you know anybody that's looking to get into investing in like buying rental properties? That's it. Heaven forbid you get one that's a 5-unit, 7-unit, 10-unit, 20-unit, 30. Like I'm going next week, I'm going to an agent's office who has 12 agents. He just got a $7 million listing, just out there having conversations. Like I jokingly said, see you next year. You know?
Well, here's another one, Scott. You know, tell a story, right?
I know.
You know, and you could tell the one that I just gave you, you know, hey, you know, I just heard about a strategy or we just helped this client, right? That had a free and clear property, wanted to buy a new one, and he was able to cash out of one free and clear property, pay cash for the one he wanted to buy, and buy another one. Now he owns 3 properties and he's gaining equity on all 3. And I'd love to share the strategy with you, right?
Yeah,
Turn that into a story about how somebody else is creating wealth and share that with somebody. Hey, do you know anybody else that would love to look at this as an opportunity to start building their wealth portfolio?
It's generational wealth that you just keep passing down. That's the beautiful part about this. So good stuff. Devin, thanks for hanging out with us. Jennifer, any questions? That all makes sense?
Yes, that all made sense. I actually have a DSCR refi in process now.
Very nice. Very nice.
I did ask for the link for the fuel.
Oh, okay, cool. Agent AI Fuel. Okay.
Yes.
AgentAI.com. All right, cool. There you go.
Thank you. Yep. But it's helpful because I work alone in my house. Yep. You know, like the brainstorming thing is really helpful.
Yeah,
so I appreciate it.
You bet. All right, my friends, the Florida room's up. Man, I'm super over the moon excited. Devin, 4 to 6 weeks, I'll be licensed in the state of Florida. We're going to be bringing CE classes. We're working on some AI stuff. I'm working on divorce CE stuff. 7 classes to be exact. It's already done. So I'm talking to I'm talking to him tomorrow about that. So we're just be throwing some massive amount of content and good stuff that they can actually use and implement right away with their database of people that already know, like, and trust them. Guys, stop chasing cold. Go to the people that already know, like, and trust you. They will work with you, and they will refer you their friends, family, coworkers if you're just having conversations. Stay relevant, stay human. Use AI to stay human. Use AI to brainstorm content and get in the zone. But besides that, let's just take care of the people that already know, like, and trust us.
Well, I'm going to steal this from you, Scotty, and always leave people in a better place than where you found them.
That's it, man. That's it, and that's what we're doing. So. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Have an amazing day. We'll see you. I'm going to be doing this on every Wednesday live at 12 o'clock. So mark your calendars. I'm going to have a different topic. I'm going to go short. I'm going to try to keep it at 30 minutes and give you guys something of value to pull opportunities out of your database, put people in a better place, leave people in a better place, whether it's them, their friends, their family, their coworkers, local businesses. Like, there's so much opportunity, guys. It's not rate driven. It's not inventory driven. It's just conversation driven is really what it is. So there you go. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to us. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you.